Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going through 7 Samsung Galaxy features, a mix of hidden gems, powerful tools, and classic tricks that every Galaxy user should be taking advantage of. Some are brand new, some are old favorites, but definitely something here for everyone. So if you find this helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. So let's begin. So feature number 1 is where you can have dual window in gallery. So instead of swapping back and forth effortlessly, you can go ahead and open both of these images side by side in a clean split layout like this. So as you can see, I've got one image here and the same image down here. I can go ahead and edit this. And then here I can go ahead and zoom in and do my edits and basically compare them side by side. So dual window in a Samsung gallery allows you to open 2 separate instances of gallery at the same time like this. So you can place 2 albums, 2 photos, a photo and a video next to each other in a landscape view. So this turns your gallery into a mini workstation where you can compare pictures, analyze small details, check edits, and organize content with far more precision. So the interface remains touch-friendly while giving you a desktop-style layout. So if I go ahead and turn this in landscape mode, you'll see that you can go ahead and edit it this way as well. You can go ahead and zoom in, zoom out, and look at all the details. So let me show you how to turn this feature on your Samsung Galaxy device. So for this, you need to go ahead and open up Gallery. Next, you want to go ahead and tap on Menu, then tap on Settings. Now from here, you want to go ahead and scroll down and you need to find Gallery Labs. Now you need to enable this by going into About Gallery. Go ahead and tap multiple times on version number here, at least about 7 to 8 times, until you see a message saying Gallery Labs has been enabled. I have already enabled it since it's here. Tap on this. Now you want to go ahead and scroll down and you want to find this option called Open in Other Window. So open in a new viewer in Other Window from Image or Video Viewer. So make sure that feature is turned on. Now once that's done, press Home, close Gallery and restart it. Now go ahead and open up an image. So say for example this image here. Now tap on the 3 dots, then tap on Open in Another Window. So here now you can go ahead and browse through these photos and you can go ahead and start comparing it. So this is perfect for comparing photos and edits. It makes organizing and reviewing your images faster. It saves time by eliminating constant switching. And this is ideal for photographers, content creators, or heavy photo editors. Feature number 2 is where you can see refresh rate and force certain apps to 60 Hz. So you're gaming and you want to see how well the refresh rate is performing. Well, you can go ahead and turn on this feature called Show Refresh Rate. So here, if I go ahead and start Subway Surf, you'll see that the refresh rate is running at 120 Hz. So whatever apps you run, you'll see that it's running at a particular refresh rate. But now this is a problem, as since it's set to adaptive refresh rate, which is 120 Hz, the problem here is that any app you open, it'll basically run at 120 Hz. Do you need 120 Hz all the time? Well, the answer is no, because running at 120 Hz will basically cost you battery. So if you want to save battery, you can go ahead and limit the Hertz to 60 Hz on particular apps. So Samsung includes an internal refresh rate monitoring overlay inside developer option, which I've shown you here. So when you enable it, it displays your phone's current refresh rate in real time. So it allows you to see when the app runs at 60 Hz or 120 Hz. On top of that, Samsung lets you force specific apps to run at standard 60 Hz for battery saving. So this is especially useful for apps that don't benefit from high refresh rates, such as banking apps, music player, or static video player, or maybe like a delivery app. So let me show you how you can change this. So first I want to show you how you can turn on this refresh rate to show up here at the top left of the screen. And I'll show you how to set for specific apps to run on standard refresh rate. So here we'll first go ahead and open up Settings, scroll down, find About Phone. Now you can go ahead and scroll down and find Software Information. Now tap multiple times on Build Number until you see this message saying Developer Mode has been enabled. You need to go ahead and tap at least 7 to 8 times. Now go back. Now you need to find the developer option right here. Tap on this, turn this on, and then go ahead and scroll down and find the option to show refresh rate, which is right here. show the refresh rate for current display. So go ahead and turn this feature on. Now next, you want to go ahead and limit some apps to run at 60 Hz. So to do this, you want to go ahead and open up the Good Lock app. Now in the Good Lock app, you want to go ahead and scroll down and find the display assistant. Tap on this. And now here, you want to go ahead and find standard refresh rate apps. So tap on this. Here you can choose which app you want to use in standard refresh rate. So you want to go ahead and add. And now you want to go ahead and add that specific apps. So let's say, for example, my charger app, I don't need it in 120. My calling apps, I don't need that as well. My Gmails, my WhatsApp, and other apps. And then I can go ahead and tap on add. So now as you can see, this is what the apps have been added. So now when I go ahead and open up my Gmail, you'll see that it now limits it to 60 Hz. So as you can see, it's 60 right now. So it's basically moved down from 120 to 60 Hz. If I go ahead and move away from this app, it then switches over to 120 Hz. So basically this information here gives you the real-time insight into your screen performance. It helps troubleshoot lag or frame drops. And the other option is basically allows you to save battery by restricting non-essential apps to 60 Hz. So it basically gives you more control over your phone's smoothness and efficiency. Feature number 3 is where you have the depth wallpaper. So do you want your phone to look fresh and premium with a 3D pop-out effect, but you don't want to create custom wallpapers manually? Well, you can go ahead and use an app from the Google Play Store called Depth Wallpapers and Live Clock app and browse their huge collection and instantly apply clean layered depth designs like these. So the Depth Wallpaper and Live Clock app offers a massive library of pre-built 3D wallpaper crafted with depth layer that makes foreground object appear to pop out from the screen. Unlike Good Lock, you can't upload your own picture, but the app compensates by providing professional design themes, characters, neon art, abstract visuals, minimal styles, futuristic city scenes, plus wallpapers with a built-in live clock. So the depth effects is clean, consistent, giving your home and lock screen a premium Samsung style 3D look with a single tap. So let me show you how you can set this on your Samsung Galaxy device. So for this, you need to go ahead and open up the Play Store. Now on the Play Store, you want to go ahead and search for the following app. So it's called the Depth Wallpaper. So this is the app which you need to download. So I'll leave a link in the description down below. And for those of you who are watching on your mobile phone, you can go ahead and use Google Circle to search and search this app. So as you can see, this app has 4.8 star, 940 reviews, and 50,000 downloads. So it's pretty popular among the users and it's pretty good. So go ahead and install this and then open it. Now in the app, you'll basically see all of these styles here. So one with a star, it requires you to pay, while the one without a star, it's basically free. So the one with the star, you need to go ahead and unlock it by paying a subscription. And the one without the stars, they're basically free. So I would highly suggest just go for the one without the star. Go ahead and choose one, then tap on Set Wallpaper, and here you can go ahead and set it for your home screen, lock screen, or for both. I'll set it for both and press Home. Now, if I go ahead and view my lock screen, this is how it looks like. That's pretty cool, right? So basically no editing required or Good Lock customization required in this. High quality pre-made depth wallpapers ready to apply from the app. It adds a modern premium 3D aesthetic to your phone, and you have a wide selection for every style and preference. Feature number 4 is where you can open apps in pop-up view from the Edge panel. So you're watching a video on your Samsung Galaxy device, and you suddenly need the urge to open a calculator. Well, the answer to this is you can simply open the Edge panel right here, find the calculator, and go ahead and open it. So your video is playing in the background, and you can go ahead and just continue doing your calculations. Once that's done, you can go ahead and close this. Let's say you want to go ahead and open up maybe Google Drive. So you can go ahead and open this as well while you're basically watching that video. So all of these apps that opens up, they basically open up in a pop-up view, and it basically doesn't disturb what you're watching in the background. You can go ahead and open up multiple apps like this. And once you're done, you can go ahead and just close this off. So with the Samsung's Edge panel, any supported apps can be opened directly in pop-up view. So this basically opens it up in a small floating window. You can resize it, move it around, minimize it to a bubble, or stack multiple pop-up apps at once. So this gives your phone a desktop-like multitasking experience without leaving the current screen. So let me show you how you can turn this feature on. So for this, you need to first go ahead and enable your Edge panel. So to do this, go ahead and open up Settings, scroll down and find Display, scroll down and find Edge panel, turn it on, and here go ahead and make sure your apps has been enabled. So as you can see, my apps has been enabled. You can go ahead and tap on this pencil icon here, and you can go ahead and add any particular apps you're interested in. Now the next step is to open up the Good Lock app. Now in the Good Lock app, you're going to go ahead and scroll down and find the Home Up module. Here, turn it on, scroll down and find the Edge panel. Make sure that's turned on. Scroll down and you're going to find this option, Open Apps in Screen using the selected view type. So by default, it'll basically open in full screen mode. But you don't want that. You want to go ahead and open this in pop-up screen view. So now when you go ahead and open up anything, this opens up in pop-up screen mode, anything you choose from the Edge panel. Once done, press Home. So this is perfect for multitasking on the fly. So it lets you access tools and apps without disrupting what you're doing. This is great for messaging, calculators, notes, or secondary apps. And this basically boosts your productivity dramatically. Feature number 5 is where you can create perfect annotations on your photo. So you need to highlight something on a screenshot or a photo, maybe instruction for a friend, directions, or any important details. You can quickly open the built-in editing tool and add arrows like this, or circles, or rectangles like this. So as you can see, I cannot create straight arrows like this, perfect circles like this, or perfect rectangles like this. So Samsung Gallery includes a powerful annotation suite with tools like arrows, shapes, highlights, text, and free drawing pens. So you can adjust the thickness, opacity, and colors to create clean, sharp annotations that look professional. So no third-party apps required. It's all built in and instantly accessible from the edit menu. So here is an example. If I go ahead and create a circle, you'll see that my circle is really wobbly. However, with the Gallery's annotation feature, you can go ahead and create perfect circles and perfect rectangles. So let me show you how you can do this. So here as an example, we'll go ahead and open up Gallery, and here we want to go ahead and make some annotations on this. So we'll tap on Edit. Next, we'll tap on this pencil icon here, and then we'll go ahead and choose our color first. So I want to go ahead and choose white, choose our thickness, and choose the transparency. So I'll go ahead and choose the pencil icon. Next, we'll go ahead and close this. Now using our finger, or you can go ahead and use the S Pen, you can go ahead and create arrows. So let's just say, for example, I want to go ahead and create an arrow on this Call John. So I'll go ahead and create an arrow. Now I won't leave this. I'll basically hold on to it and it'll basically correct my arrow. As you can see, it's created a straight arrow. Let's go ahead and create a circle around no alerts. So as you can see, my circle is really wobbly. However, if I go ahead and hold this, this will basically create me a perfect circle. Let's try it one more time. And there you go. Let's go ahead and create a square around monthly payment reminder, or a rectangle. And there you go. So these are all done by the feature which is provided by the Gallery Annotation. It basically lets you create annotations that look professional. So no third-party apps required. It's all built in, instantly accessible from the edit menu. So this is great for tutorials, explanations, or marking important information. This basically produces clean, professional looking annotations. It saves time by avoiding extra apps. And this is perfect for productivity, teaching, or communicating details clearly. Feature number 6 is where you need to turn off the 2G service for security. So you're traveling or simply want to protect your personal data on your Samsung Galaxy device. To do this, you need to disable 2G so your phone can't connect to older, insecure networks that hackers can spoof easily. So Samsung allows you to disable 2G connectivity completely. Since 2G is outdated and lacks strong encryption, they're an easy target for interceptions and fake cell tower attacks. So turning off 2G ensures your phone only connects to more secure 3G, 4G, 5G networks, making your phone communication very safe. So this is a warning. By default, it is switched on. So go ahead and turn this feature off. So to do this, go ahead and tap on Settings, Scroll down, find connections. Scroll down, find mobile networks. Here you need to find allow 2G service. So this will use 2G networks in areas where other networks aren't available. Emergency calls may still connect using 2G even when 2G isn't allowed. So here, turn this feature off. So this way you prevent interception from fake cell towers. It protects your calls, text with stronger network encryption. It enhances privacy, especially while traveling, and is recommended for anyone concerned about security on their phone. And lastly, feature number 7 is where you can apply the voice changer to voice recorder and recording videos. So you recorded a voice note or a video clip and you want to make it fun, mysteriously, or stylistically different like this.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Simple Dad. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video.
So you can open this voice changer option and apply a filter instantly on anything you record by video or on your voice recorder. So let me show you how you can turn this feature on. So in order to do this, first you need to go ahead and open up the Good Lock app. Now in the Good Lock app, scroll all the way down and find Sound Assistant. And now from here, you want to go ahead and scroll down and find Voice Changer. Go ahead and turn this feature on. Tap on this. And here, you want to go ahead and see all the available voices. So in that video, I used the baby voice. However, you can go ahead and use all these different voices. So to use these voices, you want to go ahead and press Home. Go ahead and open up Settings. And you need to go ahead and add it to your Edge panel. So as you can see, I have it already added to my Edge panel. So I can go ahead and open it up anytime I want. Go into Display, Edge panel, go into Panels. And here you need to go ahead and turn on the voice changer. So make sure it's ticked. Now once that's done, go ahead and open up your camera app. Go ahead and choose your voice. Let's go ahead and choose an alien voice. And let's go ahead and record this. As you can see, this camera is using a voice changer. So it's basically telling you that this recording will be using a voice changer. So now whatever I'm saying, it'll basically say it in the alien voice. Let's go ahead and hear that.
As you can see, this camera is using a voice changer, so it's basically telling you that this recording will be using a voice changer. So now, whatever I'm saying, it'll basically say it in the alien voice.
Now this works on a video recording. Let's go ahead and open up the voice recorder. Record a new voice. Again, it's telling us a voice recorder is using the voice changer. So whatever I'm saying, it'll basically say it in a different voice. So let's go ahead and play this now.
Please. Again, it's telling us a voice recorder is using a voice changer. So whatever I'm saying, it'll basically say it in it.
So as you can see, you can use the voice changer on a voice recorder and to record a video. Unfortunately, you cannot use these on calls to prank your family and friends. So this is great for privacy when sharing voice clips. This is fun for creative videos, storytelling, or humorous content. It makes narration more unique and more polished. It's built directly into your Samsung apps, so no extra download is needed. And that wraps up 7 Samsung Galaxy features, some new, some classics that can instantly improve your experience. So if this video helped you out, please like this video, comment and subscribe. Your support means everything and helps me keep making more Samsung tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.